Greetings, Libra, and thank you for tuning into this reading. I hope that all is well. Today we're going to be looking into the cards, what intuitive messages you may need to know and may need to be aware of at this time. This reading is intended for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Libra. If you feel as though the messages here do not resonate for you at all, please also check your other placements. Thank you, and let's begin. Important messages for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What do they need to know and need to be aware of at this time? Starting with the Ace of Pentacles, the Death card, the Hangman. So something has shifted here within you, Libra. A change in priorities, a change in focus, a change in direction. The changes that are happening internally is now affecting the changes that are happening externally. So the inner world mirrors the changes that are happening in your external world. Ace of Pentacles is new beginning. There is blessings coming in here, material reward. Could be also opportunity for work, investment, property. Whatever the seed that you are nurturing, it has the potential to grow and expand. The Hangman is all about looking at things in a different angle and perspective. Perhaps there was something that you needed to let go and needed to release. The Death card means as one door closes, another one opens. It almost feels like it was necessary for you to let that go so that you can experience the blessings now. Whatever it was that ended, it felt like a blessing in disguise, Libra. Because everything is happening for a reason. In the beginning, the Death card changes can be very scary. Especially we don't know what's going to be the outcome of the change. But with the Hangman, it's saying here that all of the sacrifices that you're making is not for nothing. Okay? This is going to lead to something new. And it is already here with the Ace of Pentacles. This might be an ending of a career and a start of a new one. For some of you, this might be an ending of a previous relationship and it's like new person coming in. Yes, the Fool card. So indeed, new beginnings. The Fool card is the proverbial leap of faith where we are ready to take the risk. We are not concerned about the past nor the future, but just simply living in the moment, trusting that universe will provide what it is that we need. Rally the resources that we need along the way. Now, this is not about foolish risk-taking, but a calculated one. It is about being intuitive, being discerning at the same time, but being open to new experience. We have the Eight of Pentacles. Wow, so like I said, whatever this is that you are nurturing, it is going to grow and expand. The Eight of Pentacles, it has the potential for long-term success. It all depends on the amount of effort that you are going to be willing to put in, okay? Eight of Pentacles is also a card of mastery. You are extremely good at what it is that you do, so keep believing in yourself. Queen of Swords, okay? So this is your energy. It feels like you had to trim something out of your life, to say no or remove something in your life to make way for new energies. This could be situations, people, objects, whatever was blocking you. Also, the Queen of Swords is wisdom. So you are someone very intellectual, insightful. You had to make accurate but necessary decisions. Tough decisions, but necessary decisions. The Page of Pentacles. Now, for some of you, there could be someone in your life who you felt like wasn't just doing enough work. They failed to pull through when you needed them. There was this sense of not being able to rely about this person when you needed them, okay? Because when they needed you, Libra, you were there for this person. You put a lot of effort in that connection, in that situation. But when it comes to you, you feel like you may have realized, where am I investing my time, energy, and resource? Does this specific person have my back the same way that I have their back? So, I don't know, with Queen of Swords, there's a tough decision here that you needed to make. And sometimes the wisdom of the Queen of Swords comes from knowing what suffering is. You may have been a very loyal friend and devoted your time, but this time around, it's like you are less of an emotional type. Thinking more with the head this time, being wise about where you invest. And for some reason, I'm getting that someone around you, they were not taking enough action. There was a sense of procrastinating, or there was a sense of talking too much but not enough action to back it up. Very unreliable. They can say one thing but do another. They were not as focused as you would want them to be. Something was pulling this person's energy away from this partnership, from this relationship that you both have. Let's see. The Wheel of Fortune. Also, because the Queen of Swords shows a lot of maturity and wisdom through all of her experience, I feel like you work hard for everything that you have right now. While someone you were dealing with, I feel like they've been stuck, okay? They've been stuck in their comfort zone, or they've become complacent. It might speak to a specific person in your life where they always thought you're going to be there, Libra, to save them, to help them out whenever they need you. But they're not reciprocating your efforts nor your sacrifices. Yes, it's good to give and help others out, but you also want to help someone who helps themselves out. And of course, who will be there for you when you need them. At the end of the day, you want action and not just words. The Wheel of Fortune here may speak about certain patterns and cycles that you are now starting to become aware of. Like someone is stuck with their ways, or this is like a repetitive outcome. No matter how many chances you give to them, all right, it seemingly is the same outcome. So what you want is to be liberated or to be free from that situation. You refuse to be stuck. The Wheel of Fortune also talks about the acceptance that sometimes things are good, sometimes things are bad. But if the bad outweighs the good, okay, this could be the time to pack your bags and leave with the Fool card. Might be that you're not seeing an effort from them to make a change. This is somebody that may be coming up with a lot of excuses, but they're resisting the change that needs to occur, that needs to happen. Bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands. So there might have been some arguments and fights. Someone is not listening. I don't know. It feels like this is somebody young. You could be dealing with a child or somebody way younger, or they haven't had a lot of experience. And it feels like a wake-up call. Like you want to wake someone up and take responsibility, put the work in, because this has been causing a lot of stress for some of you. The Five of Wands here is one of those days where you feel like nothing is running smoothly as they should. It could be that in the beginning, things were working well between you and this person. They were listening, they were cooperating, you both were on the same page. But lately with the Five of Wands, there are some things that you both are not seeing things eye to eye, okay? Yes, because with the Five of Wands, even the most cooperative relationships go through a phase where, yes, nobody wants to listen. People have their own different opinion and points of view. All right, so the Magician is all about manifesting something. And we have the Devil energy here, also with the Eight of Cups. All right, so Libra, you feel like you had to do something in your power to try to help somebody out, but then in the process you may have drained yourself out as well. You realize that the only person that can change them is them. All right, this might have been an attempt to be there for this person, but they kept doing things, reckless things, I should say, okay, the Fool card, and now they could be facing consequences because what comes around goes around. It's like this person refused to change, and so they have to go through the same cycle only to learn the same lesson again. You could have warned somebody, okay, with the Queen of Swords that this might happen, but they didn't listen to you. And now it's happening again, whatever this is that they're facing. And it's like they have to go through the cycle to relearn the lesson. And unless they learn the lesson, this is going to keep happening to them. Because the Queen of Swords strikes me as like a mentor, someone very wise. You could be giving that lesson, that advice or counsel to someone, but then they refuse to listen. They're blocking the wisdom out. And so there might also be something that they're struggling with the devil. A lot of inner struggle. All right, the devil has a lot of definition, but something was holding this person back. It might have been a lack of moderation, self-control. This could also be materialism, debt, anything in excess. But like I said, when this shows up, it is time to wake up and stop denying responsibility. It could be that someone was so complacent, procrastinating, in denial. For some of you, you may have already cut the connection out of your life because the Death card and the Queen of Swords here, putting an ending, cutting the tie that connects you with this person. And it's like you are on your way towards a new beginning, forging on a new cycle, focusing on your real priorities, okay? There's been a major shift in your focus. You're very committed to your work, very dedicated. All right, let's see. We're going to clarify these messages. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here? The Hierophant. So again, the Hierophant speaks about learning, wisdom, knowledge, mentorship. You could be teaching a child or somebody younger how things work, and they refuse to accept the information. Why is the Death card here? The Knight of Pentacles? Yes, I'm getting a very resistant energy, or it could also be that now it took a long time for them to finally realize, okay, the importance of what you were saying, or even the importance of their relationship with you. This is a very stubborn energy. I'm getting that this was someone who may have had a rigid thinking or closed mind. They were resisting something here. Why is the Hangman here, please? The Ten of Cups. You might have waited for someone to realize what you were offering towards them, the love that you were giving, the help, the wisdom that you were giving. But they were the ones who were blocking this off in the beginning, okay? Why is the Fool card here? The Eight of Wands energy. Now universe is blowing you in a different direction. Now for some of you, you might be hearing from this person again. Okay, the Eight of Wands is messages coming from far away. This could be online. Somebody's messaging you online. This could be something unexpected, hearing from this person as you are on your way towards a new beginning. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? The Judgment card. Judgment is also a card of growing up, where someone needs to go through the lesson. It is necessary for their soul's growth. Judgment also speaks about someone reflecting on their past actions and their choices and what led up to this point. Judgment also speaks about forgiveness and second chances. So someone could be asking forgiveness for the things that they've done in the past, for blocking you, refusing to change, or refusing to accept what you were offering. And it feels like they want to prove themselves and redeem themselves. Let's see. We have the Hermit, but you, I feel like you're holding yourself back here. You could be the one now exercising caution. You're really thinking of the decisions that you're making. Again, something shifted in you here. The changes are starting within, and this is showing on the outside. If in the past, you were someone that you had so much trust and belief on this person, but here with the Hermit, you're being very critical, weighing your decision, contemplating if this is an offer that you can trust or sincere. The Hermit here is detachment, emotional detachment in order to gain insights. okay, and assess the situation very carefully. Why is the Page of Wands here? The Page of Pentacles here. The Eight of Cups. So you are choosing to move on and move forward. You might not even return this message. You might even stop communicating with this person altogether. If they were the one who ghosted you in the past and they're coming back around, you've already moved on or are moving on. And it's like you're choosing you're choosing to be happy. You feel like there's no regret because you've done your part. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. You've done your part, you put the work in, so there's no regret. Now, this could be a situation where it's a little bit too late for someone to realize what they had when it was there. Such is the message of the Wheel of Fortune as well. Because at any time, things can change. And so we should learn to appreciate blessings as they come. And someone may not have been appreciative in the past. They were so in denial, or they were not seeing what was in front of them. The blessing that was in front of them. They become too complacent, dismissive. They didn't put the work in. There was this feeling of being neglected or not being appreciated. Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Now, for some of you, there is going to be success in your chosen career. Eight of Wands to me is a card of movement, progress, advancement. The Sun card is success in new and vibrant ways. This is also feeling a lot happier, a lot lighter. It's like the decision that you're making. It's like you are headed on the right path, Libra. Like you said, whatever you had to let go, it was a tough decision, but it was necessary. Okay? Now, let me just pull some Shadow Healing Oracle cards here. What is your message for Libra at this time? Delay. Not everything has to happen now, and taking time to consider the outcome can be beneficial. However, delaying won't fix anything, as nothing will change. Alright, so it could be that someone was delaying the changes, someone was resistant, or for some of you, you realize that even if you wait for someone, if they don't make an effort to fix anything, nothing will change. They just keep delaying something that's going to eventually happen. You may have taken the time to consider accepting this person's offer again or taking them back. But there's this feeling of repetitive cycle and pattern. Let's pull one more card. Reject. Dismissing opinions too quickly can lead to neglecting important information. By taking time, the truth will become apparent and you will view the situation in a different light. So rejection is Spirit's protection. Alright, I feel like you took the time to consider this. That's why the Hangman is here. For some of you, it might be that this person was initially the one that rejected. But now they've had a change of mind, change of heart. Somebody's now viewing you and the situation, your relationship, in a different light. And this could be why they're coming back around. And it's like they want to start again. They want to have a new beginning with you, Libra. But this could be something like a little bit too late. Okay, the delay part here is saying that you might also be delaying the blessings that want to enter into your life. Because the Fool card is here and it's a new path opening up for you. And you have a choice to make whether to stay in the same cycle or opening up to something new. Let's see. What is your overall advice for Libra? What is your overall advice for Libra? We have balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Balance means bringing a sense of stability and wholeness into every area of your life. Many times when you look at a situation objectively, you will resonate with one side more than the other. Try not to view either as good or bad, but simply recognize that it is. The true nature of the scales of balance is to give both sides of a situation your equitable, objective perspective. It can be difficult to understand the side that you don't relate to, but that is a lesson in itself. What is it about you that prevents you from giving both sides of the coin your non-judgmental assessment? This situation or person has been placed in your path to teach you that everyone has his or her own unique, authentic life story, and you must put yourself in that person's shoes to really understand his or her motivation. Balance is a godly virtue, and if it's struck, you will reap the benefits of insight and compassion. So why do I feel like it could be the person that you're dealing with? Like they were rejecting what it was that you were saying towards them, the lesson, the knowledge, the wisdom. They were not seeing where you were coming from. Okay. They were misunderstanding your motivation, your intention. But now they're starting to view things in a different light. Somebody could be realizing that you're right all along. All right, after much contemplation, assessment of the past, they realize that you were right all along. And that they regret the decisions that they made. This is the message that I'm picking up for you, Libra. I hope that this helps. Please take only what resonates and leave out what doesn't. I'm sending you love and light, and namaste.